Hi everyone, so I thought I'd do something a little bit different today. I recently brought some quite affordable and cheap makeup off this website called Fragrance Direct, and I thought today I would show you what I got, like a haul, but also try on a few things and just see how they work, because even though they're quite affordable, I want to see if they still do their job, if they're still worth the money. So yeah, I'm just going to get on with the haul and show you what I got. So the first thing that I got was this. This is the brand W7 and this is the Hall of Fame set. It comes with 3 palettes, and what I'm really excited about is they're actually supposed to be dupes of the Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes. So this one's Modern Renaissance, that one's meant to be Subculture. I'm not actually sure what the third one's meant to be, but I haven't actually got the palettes to compare them to because they're about £40 to £50, which is quite a lot of money. But I love the colour scheme of the palettes, so if these work for me and they actually look really good, then I'm basically getting the expensive palettes but in a cheaper dupe form. So I'm going to give one of these a go today at some point. But yeah, so that's that, and that was about £12 for 3 palettes, so if they do work then it's an absolute steal. So there's that. This is another one, and this is meant to be a dupe for the Norvina palette, I think. And this, they come with like little brushes, so I'm going to test out one of the brushes to see if they're good quality as well. I'm just going to pick one at some point in my video and just do an eye look with it and see if I like the look of it. And finally, I got this Sun-Kissed Carnival Crush palette. I'm really excited about this because this is a dupe for the Benefit face set. And in the face set, it comes with a Hoola bronzer, which everyone knows is my favourite bronzer. I use it every day, always in my tutorials. So if I can get a dupe for that in here, then that'll be perfect. And it's meant to be this one in the corner here. So what I'll do is I'll probably try it on this side and then try the Hoola on this side and then compare them, and if I find a good dupe then I'll save myself about 20 quid, because this was about £4 and the Hoola bronzer can be anywhere from 16 to 20 on a day. So yeah, we'll try that out. So I'm going to do the bronzer first because I want to finish my face makeup. I've already started off with my normal base to give the products a fair chance, the usual. I'm not doing anything differently because it's unfair to do a different routine and expect the same results that I usually get from a Hoola bronzer. So everything's the same, everything's normal. So I'm just going to take my face brush and I'm going to dab it in the dupe for the Hoola bronzer. And I'm going to do the normal, I'm going to tap off the excess and I'm going to apply it to this side of my face. I'm not seeing much pigmentation at the moment. I'm just going to try and build up the coverage and see if it's actually buildable or whether it's just going to stay at this kind of pigmentation. Okay, even though that's not got a crazy amount of coverage, I'm actually really liking that on my skin. It's not too dark, it's just giving me a little bit of bronze, but I'm just going to put my Hoola on the other side and then I can really compare them. I'm going to use a different brush. As you can see on camera, I automatically got a bit more pigment with the first swipe. I feel like you get more product in one go with the Hoola bronzer. You don't have to go in multiple times, you kind of just go and then it's on. I don't know, I like both. That's weird. I feel like with Hoola you get more pigment quicker, but once you build this cheaper one it looks really pretty on my skin. I think I'd wear that. I think that looks really nice. For £4 I'm going to try the I haven't got any comparisons of Benefit blushes, but this little set came with some blush as well, so I'm going to give the blush a go, see how that looks on my skin. I'm just going to take a little brush and just do some blush. I'm just going to dip into this blush here. I like the look of that colour, so I'm just going to use this one and I'm just going to apply it to the apples of my cheeks. I think similar with the Hoola dupe, you don't get much pigment straight away, but I'm getting a little bit of a nice glittery sheen to it as well. I'm just going to go in again with another layer on each side and then I'm going to see what I think. I think for someone like me who's not into a crazy amount of coverage of blush, this is perfect because I've already got rosy cheeks, so to put a foundation on it and then more rosy on top of it, it's rendered pointless. But for like a nice sheer little bit of blush, I think that's done the job quite nicely. I'd still probably go in with another layer, but for the price, this palette cost me about £4, and if you're getting this kind of quality, I don't know if it'll last all day. It probably might not, but to be fair, most of my face makeup doesn't last all day. I mean, it probably lasts about 8-9 hours at work and then that's it really. But I'd say it's worth it, just for this nice look I'm done right now. £4, you can't really go wrong. Especially when this bad boy here costs me a bomb, usually. This is still lovely. I still love the coverage of this, and you get it really quickly, so you probably get more product because you're not wasting about 10 layers trying to get it looking right. But I'm really happy with that so far, so yeah, that's lovely. So I think I'm going to try this pink one here for my eyeshadow look. I really want to do like a rosy pink look. Like I said, I haven't got the original palette to compare it to, but I'm still just going to treat it as if I was reviewing an eyeshadow palette, looking at the coverage, do my normal like kind of eyeshadow look. Okay, so that's what it looks like out of the box, and there you go. As you can see, it's the exact colour scheme of the Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it comes with a little brush. Usually I wouldn't use the brush that comes in the palettes, but I actually want to give this one a go today because it actually looks really nice. It's got two ends. This one's really fluffy and then this one's a bit more dense. So I'm going to take the fluffy brush and I'm going to take this peachy shade and use that as my transition. If I don't like the brush in the first go, I'm just going to take one of my other brushes, but I'm going to give this a shot first. Okay, I'm actually really liking that brush so far. I'm used to cheap brushes regardless. I usually get my brushes off of eBay, so someone who's into more high quality like Morphe brushes might not enjoy this as much, but again, this palette was like £6, you can't really grumble at that, so I'm just going to do both sides. Okay, so far I'm really enjoying that. Again, I had to go in a couple of times. Like, same with the blush, I feel like with cheaper products you need to work more to make them work, but if they actually do it in the end, then it's worth the price in my opinion. I'm now going to take a smaller brush and I'm going to use one of the pink shades. I'm just going to take one of my own brushes now because I want a smaller brush, but not the dense one. And I'm just going to dip into this pink here and I'm just going to blend it over the transition shade. This is a laugh. This is like a £6 palette and I'm getting that kind of pigmentation off the bat. Like I said, I can't compare it to the original palette, but that's really pretty. That's taken like little to no effort to blend as well. I'm now going to take this smaller brush and I'm just going to dip into this brown shade and I'm just going to deepen up the corner. I do this all the time with my other palettes. I just like a darker smoky out the outer corner. Alright, I kind of like that brown to be a bit more pigmented, but it's doing the job. I feel like with a couple of layers I might get that, so I'm just going to go over it a couple of times and see if I can get the coverage I like. Again, not incredibly impressed with the brown, but it's kind of done what I need it to. I would like it to be a bit more pigmented though. I'm actually going to try using the dense side of this brush and I'm going to wet in it, and then I'm going to use this pinky shimmery shade on the centre of the lid. I'm not going to cut the crease today because I'm not going to do any glitter or anything. I'm just going to do a little bit of shimmer in the middle of the eye and see how I like it. I'm wetting the brush because that's what I'd usually do with any palette I use, even the expensive ones. I can't tell whether I just don't like the brush. I'm going to try one of my flat brushes now. I'm going to give these shades as much chance as I can to see if they work. So I'm going to take my brush now and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to pick it up and wet in it. If I don't like that, I'll try my finger and then I'll see what I think. Okay, that's much better with my brush. So I'd say that the brush that comes in this palette, the fluffy side's alright, but I feel like the dense side's not doing what I want it to. So you might want to use your own brushes if you purchase this palette. There is a massive difference in my opinion. It might not come up on camera, but I can see a big difference between this eye and that one. So I'm just going to go over it again with this brush. Okay, so I'm actually really happy with that shade. It's not crazy shiny, but it doesn't look, you know, it's not meant to be. I feel like it's just meant to be like a little bit of a shimmer on the eye, no glitter or anything. So I'm going to do my mascara and eyeliner off camera, and then I'm going to do the under eye, and then I'm going to tell you what I think of the product in the end. Okay, now I'm back with my eyeliner and mascara done. I'm just going to take the same pink shade I used earlier and I'm just going to blend it out under my eyelid. Okay, now that's done, I'm going to give my final opinions. Okay, so now that my look's finished, I'm just going to say what I think. So when I did my mascara and eyeliner, I noticed that there was a little bit of fallout under the eye, but that's normal with many eyeshadow palettes. You could just brush it off. I feel like the brown shade was actually a bit patchy that I used, but the pink shade was beautiful. It went on really nicely. The shimmer shade didn't pack much punch even with a spray. I was impressed with it, but that's because I understand that it's a £6 palette and I'm not expecting it to do what a £30 palette does, you know. I usually use Jeffree Star palettes, they're about £40 to £50 and I expect the shimmers to look amazing because I'm paying that much money. So on the flip side, if I'm paying £6, I don't expect to have amazing quality. Would I recommend this? Yes. If you're on a budget and can't afford a £15, £20 palette, absolutely. This did a nice, in my opinion, a nice look. I feel like if I went out with this, nobody would go, oh, your makeup looks cheap. I think they'd go, oh yeah, you know, it looks alright. You're getting an okay palette for a decent amount of money. So yeah, I'd say that it's good. As with the others, I don't know. I'd have to look into them and then give my thoughts on them separately. So if you want me to do a video on either of these two as well, just put it in the comment section. And I also have this purple one as well. The cheap palette, I'm now looking in the mirror and I can't see a difference really between the bronzer. I think the bronzer is the best part of my haul today. It's a great dupe. The blush could have been more pigmented. I might have to try the others because I only tried this one today, this one here. Maybe if I tried these ones I'd be more impressed. At the end of the day, this was £4. If I found a bronzer that does remotely what its job is, then I'd say that's pretty decent. I pay about the same for Makeup Revolution. They make great bronzers, but again, this is a palette. You're getting more than one product in here. Another thing to mention is all these products that I've mentioned in my videos, they do have carmine in. So if you're not okay with that, then you need to be aware of that, obviously. You can get most of these palettes I've mentioned off of Amazon, but I got them off of Fragrance Direct. They came in that set and it was quite cheap to do the set. Bearing in mind everything in delivery is taking a while at the moment, it might take a while to get there. But yeah, I was actually really impressed today. I'd probably buy more from the brand if I was wanting to buy some more cheap makeup to play out. But yeah, I'm actually quite happy with my look. Like, if I went in to see my family now, I don't think they'd notice that I'd used a £6 palette compared to a more expensive one. But I've noticed the difference because I usually use more expensive makeup. So it's just personal preference. What you think works for you, what you're willing to sacrifice for the price is also, you know, that's up to you as well. But yeah, I'm actually really happy with how my look turned out. So I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you want to see any reviews of my palettes that I've mentioned before, just put it in the comment section and I'll do that for you. If you have any recommendations for other videos, just let me know and I'll do them. Any feedback is loved, I really appreciate it. Remember to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you, have a nice day.